Hello, my name is Abe, welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. Gunslinger time, because people also wanted me to play as a gunslinger, not only the bullet. Although I wish there was an alternate costume for the gunslinger. That would be cool. But let's do it. The last run as the bullet was really fun. Let's hope that we can get another cool, fun run as the gunslinger. And I'm not going to do any, like, blessed or cursed modes or anything like that. I'm just going to play as the gunslinger. And we'll see if we can't find some interesting garbage guns that become amazingly overpowered as the gunslinger, and we'll try to use those, like, Corsair, which I guess is not, like, super overpowered with the synergies, but it's fun. I don't know, machine pistol, dueling pistol, actually is pretty good with its synergies, I'm realizing. I don't really know what the synergies are that give it the really cool weapon effects, but it can be a really strong weapon. By the way, someone in the middle of that last bullet run asked me a question. They said, "Hey Abe, what do you think is the toughest modifiers in challenge mode?" I believe. I actually can't see the question anymore in the Twitch chat, but I was in the middle of the boss fight when that question was asked. I had to finish the boss fight. But yeah, if they asked the question, which I think was asked, then I think that some of the toughest modifiers in DD20 mode are Unfriendly Fire and Globulon Rancher, specifically just because they limit the guns you can use, you know? Everything else, you know, zone control, sure, it limits your movement. Final attack, okay, you gotta be careful about when an enemy dies, sure. Ghost in the Shell, enemies might summon other enemies when they die. Okay, well, I mean, that has a really nasty synergy, anti-synergy, I should say, with things like Devolver bullets and magic bullets. But at least it's not as bad as Globulon Rancher and Unfriendly Fire, which means that if you have particular guns, you just straight up, you can't use them. And I'm talking about you, Face Melter and D-Pad. And it makes those modifiers maybe not some of the hardest modifiers in the game, because if you have good accuracy, they don't do anything. But it makes them definitely one of the most annoying set of modifiers in the game, because you just straight up can't use those guns when you get them. And if you're on a Blessed Mode run, you don't get a choice. You know, if you are on a gun queue room as well, you don't get a choice in DD20 about what your gun is. So, those are probably my least favorite modifiers, just because of the way that they kind of affect your weapon selection and usability, you know? Pot shots suck, but pot shots are handleable as long as you pay attention, right? They don't really change, I mean, they do change the way you play a little bit by changing how you dodge, but still not as bad. Thank you, Blobs. So we got a free keep. That's very nice. It means that we can actually play Winchester's game. I suppose we should do it now, because we actually have the option of getting an A-tier chest out of it. And in theory, it's not a super difficult game to ace. It's got a couple of tricky shots, but we should be able to do it. So that should be one. I gotta remember how I do this one. I think it's this angle. This one should just be right here, I believe. Oh, except I hate that timing on that. What about if we do something like this? Oh! Well, might as well take another shot at it. And I missed. Alright, well, at least we got a blue chest. That one at the bottom left, I just had the wrong timing for it. F. That's fine. Let's fight the boss. I actually really don't like that guy was stunned, but it is what it is. Wish instead he would just die. Some room with pot shots are basically guaranteed damage rooms. I disagree with that, because you can always use a blank. I don't like it, but you can always use a blanket if you're on a potshot room and avoid damage. Now, I definitely hate when you get a string of bad luck and you end up getting like a high-stress room, nearly guaranteed damage, difficult modifiers, zone control, pot shot, thermal clips, ghost in the shell, you have curse, you can't freaking kill anything. You know, those definitely suck. If you get a string of bad luck like that, but, well, there goes the flawless. At the very bottom, I just got a little bit, it's got a little bit uncomfortable with my position, and I should have probably just used a blank, and instead I just kind of like panicked, stood still for a split second, and that was all that was needed, and I just got hit. It's dumb of me, very dumb of me. I think we are going to buy keys. I could buy banana phone, but you know what? Why don't we instead just go for 2 chests and we'll see what we get. We get silencer, which has no synergies, which I was not expecting, and we get table tech money combined with table tech stun. Good enough. And I think I will blank the secret room because we found it, even though I didn't even need to use the second blank on that frickin' boss fight. It was just dumb, but you know, whatever. Okay. What is nice is that we have wind-up gun, which means we have a good gun. A very, very, very good gun that we can use for the next floor. Not this time talking button. Oops. Flip all the tables. I will flip the tables. Apparently, if you have table tech money and gilded bullets or something like that, you actually get a synergy where table tech money turns tables gold, and then when you flip tables that are gold, all the enemies in a room will drop more money when you kill them. Something to that effect, because I looked it up, because I realized I had no idea what the gold tables actually did, and apparently, if you flip the tables, enemies will drop more money in the room. So if we find gilded bullets, we could really get a gilded run going here. I still don't like Dungeon Eagle. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-ba-ba-bum. I also don't like table tech stun and table tech money because they kind of cannibalize one another. The stunning effect doesn't seem to stack all that much, and so you end up kind of wasting a little bit of your stun opportunity by using table tech money, because you flip all the tables and you only get the stunning effect out of the enemies once, basically. But you know, it is what it is. We can only do so much with what we've got. But dude, I love wind-up gun. Wind-up gun is definitely awesome. Like, there go all of our stunning tables. You know, if it's table tech rage, same thing. You can only use table tech rage basically once per room. Makes it not quite that ideal. It's a bit of an anti-synergy, but it's also a synergy that I can totally understand, because it's a synergy that it just does what it says on the tin, you know? Oh, you flip all the tables in a room immediately. Well, yes. Obviously. Obviously that means you don't get the benefit of being able to flip tables on more than one occasion, because they're all flipped immediately. That's a wall mimic. Hello, wall mimic, my new friend. You're gonna give me an item again. Well, at least it's not that bad because it is a synergy gun. I think Blunderbuss is actually not that bad of a synergy gun either. Not ideal, probably, but, you know, it'll get the job done. Table tech rockets equals tables everywhere. That is true. Very true. Table Tech rockets plus Table Tech money means tables everywhere. And you still hurt yourself with them because they never did end up fixing that bug. Except it's not really even a bug, I think. I think it's just maybe even intentional that you're supposed to hurt yourself with Table Tech rocket. I don't like it. Probably something that I should change as well because it's dumb. I do believe that Table Tech money was buffed in Farewell to Arms. I do think you get a little bit of extra money out of it, but it's one of those things where I don't feel comfortable, saying for certain, because it could just be, statistical deviance, Maybe the one time I had Table Tech money, or the one time I saw someone else play with Table Tech money, they just had a really good run. Or maybe it was because of some extra synergy that I wasn't noticing. Like, oh, maybe it was because of Loot Bag, And maybe Loot Bag was making it drop some extra money. I don't know. Is there any way to notice wall mimics before they activate? I'm going to say yes, but the answer is actually not really. And I'm saying yes because in actuality you can notice a wall mimic. However, I believe it's only because of bugs in the game that you ever notice a wall mimic. Sometimes you will actually see on the minimap a hole where there shouldn't be a hole. Like the white outline in all of these rooms, sometimes there's a gap in the white outline, and that is an indicator of there being a wall mimic. It only happens sometimes. Additionally, sometimes you can actually straight up just see the guns that the wall mimic is holding, but I believe that is also due to a bug. It happened once in a run where I spawned in on a run. It was like the first 30 seconds of the video. I spawned in and there was guns hanging out of the wall, and I realized, wait a minute, that's not right. And there's a wall mimic on the other side of the wall, and I just, for some reason, he glitched out and I could see him, So I believe it's only bugs that allow you to see the wall mimic. Now, having said that, there is, in certain rare situations, an opportunity for you to see a wall mimic. However, what you're actually seeing is, like, decals on the walls. If you pay attention, you'll notice that in some situations you can see secret rooms, because, on the third floor, there's like a cavern pillar looking, let me kill this guy first. On the third chamber, on north-facing walls, there's like a couple of like cavern pillar tells that you can see, the Abbey as well, and you can kind of see the same thing on a wall mimic. What I'm talking about is like a pillar like this. You see the pillar next to the doorway? It doesn't look like this, but sometimes on these walls, there's like a little, like, fake pillar or a little, like, it's like a vertical decal on the wall. And if those are placed, one hallway width apart, that is usually an indicator of a secret room, or it's an indicator of there being a wall mimic there. So, rarely there are opportunities for you to see, but you've got to really pay attention, is kind of what I'm talking about. Not a ladder, but let's see if I can notice one on one of these walls. I can point it out. I don't see any. But yes, you'll notice them sometimes, and you'll notice me see them and be like, oh, that's a secret room. In certain situations, in certain runs. They're easier to find on Chamber 3 and the Abbey, I believe. But, in any case. Should we gun munch? Yes, why not? Technically, it wasn't a bug. I mean, if you can see the wall mimic through a wall when you're not supposed to be able to notice them at all, I would consider that a bug. Even if it's not, like, what is a bug in programming? Is it specifically, a null pointer exception, something that was uncaught? Or could it just be something as simple as an oversight? Oh, I didn't consider this edge case scenario situation, That's a bug, you know? If you can see the guns from a wall mimic from the other side of a wall when you spawn into a level, even if it's not technically caused by a literal programming error and it's just an oversight, that's still a bug. And I would still classify that as a bug. I think to do otherwise is just being pedantic. So I kind of stand by the idea that you can only really see the wall mimics through bugs or through very odd behaviors with secret rooms and decals on walls, which I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intentional or not. But definitely, the mini-map glitching out, that's a bug. Literally seeing the guns that they're holding, that's a bug, So I suppose the TLDR about all this is never expect any foolproof way of finding the wall mimics, because it's not intentional. There are no bugs, only features. Exactly. Tell that to the people who have that level generation glitch where they can accidentally walk into the boss fight. I don't think I've ever had that happen to me before. Maybe it happened to me once. Honestly, I can't remember if it's ever happened to me before. But some people have weird level generation glitches where there is no boss foyer room. You can just walk into the boss fight randomly. And that's a bug as old as Gungeon itself. That's been in there since day one. Level generation when you get no fireplace. I've never had that happen. I didn't even realize that was a thing that could happen. But that is definitely a bug. Johnny404, hello, welcome. What do you think about the Screecher here? It's not Scattershot. So, in theory, it shouldn't have the damage downgrade of Scattershot, and it seems like it is actually doing a pretty decent amount of damage. I don't know what synergy gives it the triple shot, but it's not doing badly. I wonder if I had an increased accuracy, if I could actually make it have a tighter spread. Oh, she dived. Dive, dive, dive. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know what movie I want to watch? It's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. I want to see The Hunt for Red October. That's a movie I haven't seen in a long time. We picked up Chicken Flute, now we just gotta wait for Milk Jug to get here. Someone ping her. Milk Jug, where are you? We got the Chicken Flute. Wow, this gun fires very slowly. Also, I got a question about this gun. Why does it look different in the sprite down here? M1 looks the same. Screecher looks the same. Trank gun, it's like gray in my hand and blue in the item window. I don't understand why the gun looks so different. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Yo, I'm buying the barrel. Barrel. I'm buying the barrel, okay? And you know what? I'm not going to sell anything either. You know what? I will sell some things. Sell Blunderbuss. It's a shitty Blunderbuss. And we'll get the hell out of here. Oh, I'm so tempted to sell other things, but I'm not going to. EduCom, welcome. It looks the same when you pull up the menu. Really? You're right! It turns blue only here. What is the deal with this? That is so strange. I mean, it's a pretty decent gun. It stuns them, not for very long, but it's a little stun. Alright, I mean, it's a very slow gun. I prefer something a little faster. Good for an enemy like a gun nut, though. Just, you know, wish it was a little bit faster firing or something. The quickest Jimmy, hello, welcome. Okay, I got a little bit of a complaint there. It actually flipped the tables in the wrong room. I flipped this table, and it immediately flipped all of the tables in this room. That's a bug. It's gotta be, right? You got stuck on a turkey. Like, let's see if we can make it. Oh, well. Went down the wrong exit to the room, but yeah, that definitely seems like a bug. We've identified like a couple of different bugs in Gungeon today. One from Little Bomber and one from Table Tech Money. I don't have anything that opens secret rooms, do I? No, alright, well, let's do it. Wolf! Yo, Battle Standard is actually doing its damn job today and giving me some familiars. Quickest Jimmy. Are you related to Send In Jimmy? Oh, I don't think you can actually download that game anymore. I think when they closed the Xbox Live Arcade Store, that game has now vanished from the world, which we can only be thankful for, because that game was garbage. Send In Jimmy. Oh god, it's so bad. If you're watching this right now, I want you to do a Google search, okay? I want you to Google search for Shake the Box, Send In Jimmy. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. But also one of the best times ever on Xbox Live Indie Arcade. Oh, wait a minute, no, the game store is closed. I was so surprised to hear that One Finger Death Punch was developed by Silver Dollar Games, and Silver Dollar Games has made a lot of garbage in the past. I would say 95% of their games I would classify as shovelware garbage. But then apparently they got a hit with One Finger Death Punch, and they're like, we can actually make money! You know, we made a good product! Pat themselves on the backs. Good job, team! This is what I'm talking about, by the way. I was trying to make this this information present in the oubliette, but I couldn't really describe it properly. Do you see the column works on the walls here, the vertical column works? This is usually an indication that there is a secret room here, because this is about the same width as a secret room or a wall mimic. It's cracked. This is a secret room. If you see this on a normal room, that could mean a wall mimic. If you see these two vertical pillars on a north wall. So that is one way that you can find secret, or secret wall mimics. But it's also a good way of noticing if there is going to be a secret room. And on Chamber 3, it looks different, but you have the same visual type of an effect, where you have a like vertical column work of some sort, except in the mines it's a little bit more like a cracked, rugged wall as opposed to a smooth pillar. Right, Sniper Wolf. Guess we're just gonna fight the boss. And I guess we'll just use Commando and probably Face Melter. I think you want to put that face melter in the very middle there. Even if you're not using it immediately. Also, I have no blanks! I just realized. Too often do I realize too late, wait a minute, I'm out of blanks. Aw, bad roll. That's not the gun I want. That's the gun I want. Alright, let's try not to die horribly. Okay, let's try better not to die horribly here. I mean, I'm not dying horribly. We got freaking 2 HP on the floor. I'm just making a couple of bad dodges. We're good. You can only find Jimmy Fallon. That works too. He's also horrible. I kid. But I don't really find him that funny. Let's synergize. Sorry, I'm puking all over Elephant Gun. Let's get rid of Elephant Gun. Let's get rid of the Flame Hand, because it's just trash with the synergy. I wish that guns didn't get worse with their synergies, but some of them do. Let's get rid of that, and I like these guns. These guns, they can stay. I am also tempted to just buy the Heart Locket, so I'm going to. I kind of feel like I've taken a lot of dumb damage here, so let's just do it like this. And we'll get the hell out of here. Got a little bit of extra healing, so, 5 HP is enough to carry us for a long time. Also, C9 Squishy, hello, welcome. Thank you for the kind words, and I hope you enjoy yourself here on the stream. I'm just in the middle, again. If ever I don't respond to a comment, 99% of the time is because I don't pay attention. The other 1% of the time is because I'm in the middle of a boss fight. Please. What do we need ammo for? Take it for this, why not? Why not? I wonder if there's any use case right now for, Old Knight's Flask. Without just having like a vampire lady stick around on a floor. Excuse me. Oh god, I rolled into the room. It's my bad. Hey, thank you for the follow, Squishy. Oh! Those I notice because it's actually like a very prominent sound effect designed to elicit a response of horror and disgust. Oh god, it's LJ! Gotcha. Alright, shot man. Oh, it's shock rounds. Yes! We should be able to afford it. We have table tech money. In theory, we can get a little bit of extra cash just by flipping tables. Now, there needs to be some tables to flip, of course, but, here's hoping. I mean, that table gave me like 4 cents, right? That's not bad. Grungiv. Thank you for the follow, too. Oh! Ah, crap. It's guns. And crap, it's Void Core Synergy. No! It's not what we wanted. I will take Stout Bullets, though. Stout Bullets combined with a beam weapon is OP if we can only get a beam weapon on this run at some point. Let's use Barrel for a while. Blah. Yo, those fish. Those fish pack a goddamn punch. I have 7 HP, not 5, I can heal. Yeah, I'm talking about, I mean, even with Old Knight's Flask, you want to have a little bit of HP for a buffer, you know? Yeah, you can heal, but, you know, what happens if you have an Old Knight's Flask and you have 10 charges on it? I don't know how that's possible, but let's say you have 10 charges on it, but you got 1 HP container. You don't have 11 HP before you die, you got 1 HP. You know, you need a buffer so that you can take a few hits and then heal later. You know, that's what I think. Hey, Save! Thank you for the resub. How are you doing? And welcome back, if you're here. Which I assume you are. But if you're not, thank you anyways. That was my last blank. I think if you're gonna use a blank on this guy, you're gonna use it at the beginning of the fight, though. I think you need to get some distance on him. Ah, look at the big rocket! Money roll? Money roll? No, not a money roll. It's gonna be Witch Pistol, which has really big shots. Although I don't know what the synergy is with Witch Pistol. I imagine it's just better transmogrifications, more frequent transmogrifications. Oh, come on. What? I should have sold more stuff on the last floor. Well, I'm gonna buy shock rounds. Spoilers. And we're gonna break the chests, because I do not have any more keys. But that's okay. Yoink. It's a good floor. Good floor. You hate that Table Tech money flips all the tables. I also kind of hate it. But, you know, even though I think it can be a bit of an anti-synergy, it's still a cool effect, you know? And sometimes it can synergize really nicely if you have something like Table Tech Blank, Chaos Amulet, or Gold Amulet. You flip all the tables in a room, all the tables flip, and it just does insane damage, kills all the enemies instantly, even if they're far away from you, you know? You can get some nice, cool synergies out of it. Why did I keep it? I don't know. Kind of just felt like, why not? Maybe I could actually like make a synergy work with it. Maybe we can get something that synergizes with Table Tech money like Gilded Bullets. We can actually see that gold table thing in action. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. How do you turn down free money? Because if you sell it, you get money immediately, as opposed to getting money over time by flipping the tables. And you also get the ability to flip your tables whenever you want. Like, on this room, for instance. Man, if only I could save the other table and flip it as a stun in the future. But no, Table Tech money flips it immediately. You know, it's not just about the money, it's about the tactics of the situation. Like this room, look at all these tables. They're all done. They're all flipped. I can't stun anymore. I mean, luckily there's only the one wave, but you know, you get what I mean. Yes, 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 yes. Like, yeah, getting the free table flips and the free money is nice, but you know, why make Table Tech money flip all the tables? Why not just make it so that you get a little bit of money per table that you flip? Well, there is actually a reason for that, and I think the reason is, I think that the game designers don't want players to have to run around the entire room looking for all the tables to flip them. And I think they do that because it slows down the flow of the game a little bit, right? You know, it's a lot nicer for the player if they can just flip one table and then all the other tables get flipped immediately, because there's money in them there tables. But it means that with a table tech item, you get a slight decrease in your ability to actually get a value out of the tables. However, there could be, you know, a solution to that. Just make the first table on a room give you money, and then all of a sudden, you don't have to worry about flipping all the tables for the player. You can just let them flip the tables on their own. Ooh, Helix Bullets is good. Gamma Ray is also good as well. We've got a lot of good stuff on this floor, you know? But there's a couple of things that we need to do first. I do want to go to Matman, and I would rather do a Matman than a random green chest. We already did open the other chest. I don't know what was inside. Oh, it was I remember now. It was a synergy chest, which is why I did it. What? Why? I want to do Matman's item after we get the spice, though, just in case we can get some extra spice out of that. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sell my active item. It's A tier, it's worth a lot of money. We're gonna sell Screecher, Gunner, Void Core, Witch Pistol. It's a lot of money. Well, there's a reason for that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get Gamma Ray, which is a good synergy with Stout Bullets because we get the damage upgrade and no damage downgrade. I don't even know how this works, but it seems good. And then we're gonna get Spice, because it's spice. There we go. I don't even know how I got hit there. I thought I was fine on my positioning. I guess not. But yeah, Gamma Ray. It's gonna do a lot of damage now. It's also weird that it's got the wavy beam and then the static beams after it. It seems a little strange, but it'll do good. There's a key around here somewhere. There it is. Couldn't see it. Yeah, that's a dumb hit to take, let's be honest. All right, we're gonna also sell the medkit because I just want the money. And then we'll go here. We'll say hello. Give me the map. We got Crueler Glaive. I think with the synergy with this item, it hits every enemy on the room. So this seems incredibly OP. I'll also get Helix Bullets because it's fun. And at this point, I'm just buying things because we can, really. We could get rid of the junk. I could probably get rid of the Heart Locket, even though we purchased it earlier. I don't think we need it anymore. And everything else, you know, we just have guns at our disposal for the future. Good. Good enough. I'm happy. Remember the Matman. I did remember the Matman. I didn't sell table tech money. Damn it. Oops. I meant to sell table tech money. But yo, Gamma Ray. Killing enemies pretty damn quickly. Pretty good. This is why I wanted it with Stout Bullets. Of course, I would much rather have something like a Moon Scraper, I think. Just because a Moon Scraper wouldn't be creating all this poison on the ground. Old school plunger. It's still so distracting though to actually have the wavy beam combined with the static beams. It just looks so unnatural. It's like, this isn't how Gungeon should operate. What the hell's going on? You're jammed. That guy's jammed, but he still died pretty quickly. You wish they showed gameplay for Elden Ring from E3. I forget which game that was. Was that the new like FromSoft-like game written by R.R. Martin, or world built by R.R. Martin, or is that something else? Forget. I think it was. Is it actually a FromSoft game? If it's a FromSoft game, then my my hopes are higher. My friend Chris explained it to me in a little bit more detail. It's not actually that R.R. Martin is writing the game. Really what he's doing is he's making the world. He's doing world building, and he's, you know, creating a landscape and a culture. And then Miyazaki, I think, is the person who's actually going to make a plot for the game. And they're going to write the game for it. I think that's kind of the separation of responsibilities between the two. So when it's like, from R.R. Martin, well, kind of. He's doing work for it, but it's not really from him. You know, it's not like it's a solo project. It's not like, we're giving you full creative control. Although that could be kind of fun too. I did not see him there. I just wanted to roll into the explosive barrel. Would you like to get rid of your curse? Well, I'd like to be immune to poison, actually. Such a weird gun. I like it though. I like the fact that we've got this big, stout beam creating poison everywhere. No. Sorry, I had a cough. We good? We good. Yeah, the Terraria update looked pretty cool too. I will almost certainly play through Terraria again once that update comes out. I mean, and that's kind of what I was wanting. You know, people have been telling me I should go play Terraria at some point with chat or something and just do like a server that anyone can join. And I think that could be a lot of fun, but I was kind of interested in waiting for the final update to come out, and if it's coming out in 2019, you know, perfect excuse for it. You know, I could set up like a subscriber and Patreon only server, and we can play some Terraria. There's a chest. There's a chest. You a mimic? You're not a mimic. I wish the wolf showed me mimics. Also, we should check out Crueler Glaive. It homes in on everything. I love it. It has a bit of a problem when there's walls in the way, but yeah, that seems really good. Yeah, that seems really good. Oh, it's Lux and Cannon Spice! If only I had saved up a little bit more money. You played like 100 hours on Terraria, built a sweet, sweet castle, then you lost everything. Lose your save file? Or did someone come and blow it all up? I'm gonna take Luxon Cannon, I love it too much. Alright, what do we want here? It is expensive spice, 144. I mean, I think that's probably just normal price. I also forgot that I'm getting that shock round effect between all of these water droplets here. How did that not get you? Please shoot the gun. The computer blew up. Gotta get the dodges. There we go. The Last of Us 2 is the only game I'm looking at, says definitely not Brazilian. I think my friend Tom played through The Last of Us, and I watched him play a little bit of it, and it seemed like it was pretty fun. I can't remember if it was him or someone else, or if it was just like a... Oh! Table Tech Money Gilded Bullets! We've done it! I don't remember exactly who it was that did it, but... It's gonna be a gun. I don't really care about a gun. Let's open this green chest instead. How do we have so many chests on this floor, by the way? We picked up an extra 2 chests, plus there's a locked freaking brown chest. Good God. Again, 1 piece of the Gun Knight set. Thanks, game. HP. I think that's it for the... No, 1 more. Well, you know what, actually? I'll buy a key. I'll buy 1 key. To get Cold 45, which does have a synergy. And then we'll consider dumping another gun. What would we dump? I don't know, Face Melter doesn't seem that useful. We have other good guns. And then what about Star Pew? It's an A tier gun. Yes, it has a pretty good effect, but let's go for something maybe a little bit more interesting. Hexagon. You know, not that bad. Buy keys? I don't want to buy keys. I kind of want the damage upgrade from Gilded Bullets. I didn't really even want to buy the 1 key, but it's like, you know what, I'll do it anyways. So now we've got Hexagon. Wait a minute. I almost forgot the bullet. It's the one character that I will do the past with, because the past is just a standard floor. Outer Worlds and Outer Wilds, 2 different games. Oh, you know what? I've heard people reference both. I always thought that they were supposedly referencing Outer Wilds, but I guess they are referencing two different games. Obsidian is another company that I trust as much as you do. From Soft, says Save. Yeah. You're gonna have to someone's gonna have to remind me that who did Fallout New Vegas and who did Fallout 4? Was it Bethesda that did Fallout 4, or was it Obsidian that did Fallout 4? By the way, golden table! So in theory, if we flip a golden table, then enemies that die after the flip are worth more money. And they drop more money when they die. In theory. That's what I've read from the wiki, basically. Should have been hit on that one. So, we get the flip. I mean, that guy dropped like 5 cents when we killed him. That one dropped 3. That one dropped like 2. That one dropped like 7. Is it working? I don't know. This seems like one of those items where I would have to like verify it myself using some very like specific logging in the game and like get deep down into the code and be like, all right, what is this item actually doing? What does the golden table do? Really wish it wouldn't flip all the tables, but you know what? It is a golden table after all. Obsidian did New Vegas, Bethesda did Fallout 4. Okay, so we want... Oh, I gotta remember. We want Obsidian to do the world, and we want Bethesda to do combat mechanics, right? And like game mechanic design. Look, it's been a long time since I played any of the Fallout games. Or Skyrim, for that matter. Is Elder Scrolls 6 out yet? Or was Elder Scrolls 6, was that actually just the MMO? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was just the MMO, which is kind of disappointing. But I thought there was going to be a Elder Scrolls 6, but... Nah, must be wrong. This is going to loop. We want Bethesda to do nothing because they are going the way of EA, says Save. Are they? I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't hear any outrage over Bethesda. But maybe I'm just unfamiliar with the current outrage. People get outraged over everything. Use fish gun. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, fuck you, fish! Are these fish also stunning? Because if so, that's cool. Dude, these fish are doing a lot of damage. Why are these fish so strong? What the hell's going on with this? It's like I'm firing a fish projectile and another projectile at the same time. I must have like multiple synergies happening here. Oh, is it a synergy with Barrel and Siren, I believe? Is that what it is? Because I do remember that there is a synergy with the Siren that makes it so that another gun fires Siren shotgun shots. So maybe that's what's going on here, because I am firing one giant rectangle of a bullet every once in a while. You see that? I fired... Like, I don't know why sometimes I'm firing rectangles and sometimes I'm firing circles. It seems a little strange. But it's doing a lot of damage. It's doing a lot of damage. I also like that my gun is so long that I couldn't shoot the gunslinger, or the gun singer, not slinger, gunslinger! I know the fish is guns, but I'm firing 2 different types of projectiles out of my gun, right? You know what? It does look like the fish is shooting when I shoot. The thing is, I thought that what happened with the synergy with the fish is that you fired the fish out of the last shot and then he started shooting, but maybe he is just shooting randomly too. That's strange. Anyways, maybe it's not that strange. Let's fight the boss. Or boss is, rather. I forgot that there's gonna be 2 of them. Ah, bad hit. Do we have anything that's better? Oh yeah, we definitely do. Beams of Destruction will get the job done very quickly. Let's kill the jammed one first, why not? Oh, you know what? Die, die, die. You remember the first time you died to the gunslinger's past, you were so pissed. It's a tough past. It is. If you're not prepared for it, that second lich will kick the shit out of you. Why are there 2? Cheese and Bees Baron, it's the gunslinger's past. There's always 2. Save says, Cyberpunk 2077 will be the best game ever. I'm hopeful that it's going to be fantastic. I imagine it's going to be really good because CDPR are really good at their games, and I look forward to it. I'll definitely buy it and play it when it comes out, and maybe even do streams of it, because it seems like a good game for that. You guys can tell me what to do and who to kill. It'll be a chat decides who lives and who dies in Cyberpunk universe. Anyways, Gunslinger, 56 minutes into it. Good run, good guns. Pretty decent passives. I like shock rounds. I like gilded bullets. We actually did get to see a couple of those golden tables, even though I'm not entirely sure what they do. At the very least, they are heavy, which means that you can flip them after you get the table tech money flipping all of the tables. You can still flip the golden tables, which is nice. But good run. Good guns. Even though we didn't use Lux and Cannon that much. Or, I mean, we did use Wind-Up Gun for a little while, but basically as soon as we picked up M1 Gamma Ray, we're just using them for the run. But that's still fine. Good run. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch if you want to go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.